Hi everyone, it's Dr. Kristen Sajikowski. I just wanted to go through some information on urine sample collection at home. It's not uncommon for us to request that owners bring in pee samples, and in some cases owners will use little kits with a substrate that will not absorb the urine, and that works for some people. However, there are some cats that are more finicky about litter box changes, and so they are really unwilling to use that type of substrate, and an alternative method is to actually just use the cup that we send home to get the pee sample itself to get the urine collection. So when we talk about sort of dog urine collection, you get one of these kits to go home. What most people will do is they'll use the cup to get the sample. They'll just sort of put it underneath their dog. That is not going to be overly successful with a cat. And so what I actually do is I just use the lid. So this lid holds 15 mils of urine. For reference, we collect 3 mils of urine in hospital to use for urine testing. And so filling this is more than enough sample to get. If you're skilled, the other nice thing about doing it this way is you can get a midstream voided sample, which in humans is considered a sample that can be used for urine cultures as well. And so you can do more testing if you're careful when using this method to collect the urine. So this is just one of the extra litter boxes that I will use around the house sometimes for the cats, depending on different things like whether we're home all day, things like that, if we're going to leave them for a short period of time and we want them to have extra resources, or if there's anything stressful where we want to increase the number of resources in the house so that they can avoid certain areas. So what I know with my 2 cats, so they're both males, is Jimmy tends to pee around the edge of the litter box, and so he is easier to collect a sample from because I can hear the urine hitting the side of the litter, and then it just sort of pools into the corner here. Douglas prefers to go sort of where he's closer to the litter, and so he's closer to the ground. His tail's usually in the way a little bit, but it is still doable. And you can tell the type of peeing position your cat likes to take by what it's like when you have to clean the litter box. And so either having the clumps that are big and in the center, or having them where they're right around the edge. And that gives you that information so you know what to expect when you're going to sort of collect the sample. The last thing to be aware of is this is something that, once again, like everything else with cats, they don't love change. They can be pretty suspicious of things. And so we want to teach your cat to be okay with being monitored when they're peeing, being close by, having you close by, and having your hand and a cup sort of close to where they're urinating. So it's something that you should want to practice. And then once you get good at it, then collecting a urine sample either the morning of their appointment, or if required the night before, can be done, and then we can use that urine collection for testing.
Okay, Douglas has kindly offered to submit a example as well. So as you see, Douglas sits lower to the ground and he likes to pee in the middle of the litter box. So once he's started peeing, I just go and put the container underneath. And you can see that the container lid is full, and so that's plenty of urine for testing. He's still peeing, doesn't care too much. And then we just transfer that into the urine container and close it. And the next example, so this is Jimmy. Jimmy likes to pee against the side of the box. So you can see him up against the side there. We've collected his urine. We're going to, once again, transfer it into the urine container, and there we have our samples.
Thanks, Jim.